Yeah. This is a little girl that just calls me Granny. All the kids at school call me Granny. Even the teachers call me Granny. Every school my kids has been in. And this little boy right here was one of the principal's little boys. Would just let me tend to him at ball games and stuff. And this is my other little grandson right here. And this thing right here calls me Granny.
So you must be just the
I
nicest
love
lady.
to be called Granny. Yes, I do. I love to. This is it, of our 50th wedding anniversary.
Oh, can you show us some pictures?
Well, you guys right into it, ain't you?
Well,
This was me and my husband when we was young. And then this is just the kids when they were little. That was my daughter and that's my son. And that's my baby that's dead. He died when he was 6 weeks old. There's all three of them there. Lord, seems like so many years ago.
A lot of places you don't know your next door neighbor.
Sure.
But here, everybody knows everybody, and everybody worries about everybody.
I can go to bed at night. I really don't even have to lock my doors at night. I ain't got to worry about it.
It's too fast to live, and I think, in the city compared to here. You know, it's slow here.
But it seems as though every time I went to one of the big cities, I can't never get to know nobody because they've either got so much going on in their life that they ain't got time to get to know nobody, or either it's just they're so private and so personal they don't want to get to know nobody.
And I'm beginning to not like it around here because everybody with them dad-burned telephones like that right there, you can't be nice to nobody and speak to nobody because they won't let you because they're talking on the phone.
I know who my neighbors are. I know my neighbor in front of me. I know my neighbors that lives on either side of me. I know my neighbors lives behind me.
And to have close friends around here is very important. Because if you ain't got close friends, you ain't got nobody. You don't know what could happen to you. Anything could happen to you around here. And if you have close friends like I have right here, if you need some, you could go to them, ask them, and they'd help you out no matter what.
I used to work for A&G Coal over here in Virginia, and we had about 500 employees. My wife, we used to go out over in Virginia, and they would say, I can't go nowhere with you because you talk everywhere we go. I run everywhere I go, I run into somebody I know, you know. And you get to know a lot of people, and you get to where you get to have a lot of pull because you know so many people that's changed jobs and in different places, and it helps you in life. You're still filming, ain't you?
Failure. Hey, don't remind me. Oh my god, that's a spider. I had one. Where's the spider? They're like, there you go, okay.
Got him. We almost had a band. Almost had We had him on guitar, me on bass, my other buddy on guitar. He was real good.
Oh, Ethan, he's a good guitar player.
He was good on guitar. And then we had Hagen as a drummer.
Which would have been great.
And we could have had a good band.
Could have had a good band.
So what happened?
I don't know.
I can't sing.
Yeah, we didn't have a singer. I think that's what ruined it, was we didn't have a singer.
And then Hagen got kicked out.
And then Hagen got kicked out of school and wouldn't stay out of like AE, and then, you know.
Y'all know Tom Petty? Huh?
AE?
Alternative education. It's something you go to if you get in trouble at school. They send you there for a certain amount of time, and you just sit on a computer and you work on your grades, which
It's actually better. Like,
you can get your grades up really quick down there. But I mean, it's just a bad place to go to because everyone refers to it as all the bad kids who go in there. When you do,
ever been there?
Yeah, I have.
He has, I have.
I had some problems with drinking in school, and someone told on me and whatever. Anyways, y'all know Tom Petty, you know.
What do you love about living in Kentucky?
I like this place right here. It's a bad, but we've lived here for years and years and years and years, and we've never had nothing stolen. Nobody has ever bothered us. It's been a very good place to live. there's all kinds of drug addicts around me and dealers here and there, but that's not, they don't bother me.
Sure.
They do not bother me.
And not your grandsons either.
No, they don't bother none of us. They go on about their way, and I go about my way.
Was it important for you to raise them, to keep them away from that stuff? Did you make sure to tell them?
Yes, I tell them, but you know, Logan Chase does smoke marijuana once in a while. I do know he does that. But you know, he's soon be 19 years old. He don't do it in front of me.
Right.
But I know he does, and it just breaks my heart in two. But now Layton, totally different, totally.
Why do you think they turned out so different?
I don't know.
Just happens.
It just happened. You know, you can raise him up the best you know how. I think he just got with the wrong crowd in school.
Us three combined,
Jesus Christ.
nothing good.
God help any teacher that teaches all three of us together.
Especially rocket
seriously.
crafts.
What subject was it?
Science. So none of us paid attention. I passed slightly with the 69.
Lowest grade I made all year was in that class.
What was the lowest grade you ever made?
6% overall.
Oh my god.
My papa got 22
They graded
F's.
more than what they do now.
And now the school that he went to,
Yeah.
he's living in it right now.
Huh.
Over in Knott County.
Like he tore it down and built a house on top
Wait, are you
of
kidding me?
No.
That's awesome. The house that he went from grade school to high school in, he's living in it right now. He can tell you which class was which.
There's a big misconception I bought into it early on that a lot of kids and the youth growing up in Central Appalachia kind of buy into. And that's the idea that because we do not have the same amount of resources available to us as those in a more urban setting, we are at a disadvantage. But so many buy into that idea that because we're in a very isolated geographically place, we're at a disadvantage. And I tell students in my class, if you trace your ancestry in this region back to great-grandparents, chances are early Scots-Irish, early German, early folks came here when there weren't roads. They did not have big box stores to buy groceries. So they grew their own food, they made their own clothes, inhospitable terrain, harsh winters, harsh seasons. It took community to build it. Those were tough people. And then coal came, which was wonderful for the community, made a lot of people very wealthy, not very few people very wealthy. But a lot of the working class then bought in the mentality of that, you know, the company store owned everything. They owned your home, they even made their own currency. And there's just a lot of things that are perpetuated over generations that who am I to do what? Who am I to do this? Who am I to do that? And it's changing slowly.
Oh, that dog's up there yelling. Gotta get him before he starts running. I'm sorry. Get up. Okay, come here. Come on. We are gonna go in the house. And we're not gonna. Okay.
I really want to know what they're thinking right now. Like, what the heck is going on?
When did you start painting skulls specifically?
A couple years ago, I had come across a skull in the woods, and I was like, man, I really like the texture of this, and this paint was going to like stay on really good and go on like really smooth. So I just kind of went with it. I started painting skulls and doing all my taxidermy stuff because, you know, people will look at these dead animals and think, you know, ooh, gross, that's disgusting, but they fail to like see all the fantastic things this animal may have done in its lifetime. They don't see it as a living thing, just kind of like a piece of nature's trash. And I don't want to see that. I have a lot of respect for animals, and I want everybody else to have that same respect. These are all my art ideas or writing ideas, like just random quotes I come up with in the middle of the day, just like maybe put in a book or something, or a short story. My art is very strange. I like to stick with these ideas, like repulsiveness overrun by morbid curiosity, origin of like terrifying, horrible creatures that people come up with. I like the mutation in animals. I think it's very interesting. And I like the awareness of like the darker places, like how maybe dark, like human nature really is, mental illness, general suffering.
Is it like something that you experience a lot, or is it
Yeah.
something that's very... Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Well, it's just, can I like not talk about that? I don't
Sure,
want to.
sure.
This is my blind snake, Lilith. She's a snow corn snake, and I got her at a reptile show in Lexington. She was the only blind snake there, and everybody was extremely uneasy, like unsure of how to take care of her, and nobody wanted her, so I was like, you know what, this is my snake. I want her. The brown-looking ball python is a rescue. I got him from an owner that didn't exactly know how to take care of him, so he has, quite a few injuries to his head here. This yellow one, she has a mutation called like a super pastel mutation that gives her that bright yellow color. I've had her for, I'd say about 6 years. She is like my first snake. She's what started the obsession with reptiles.
You know snakes can like tie themselves in a knot. Have you ever seen it before,
Yeah.
Gracie?
Mm.
Like,
Yeah,
I've never
absolutely.
seen it before. I watched this guy on YouTube named Brian. Like, his snake tied
Brian
itself in a
Barzik.
knot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like
He tied
Barzik.
his snake tied itself in a knot.
Yeah.
I've never heard of that before.
The blind snake said that before, but that's understandable for her.
Oh, yeah.
But, like,
Wow.
yeah.
She can't see where she's going.
Are you choking?
Please
Oh my God.
She's not choking me.
She's just like,
She's not choking me, but she's like just.
She's like them wristbands that.
Oh, cool. How you doing, fam?
I love the Lord with all my heart. I couldn't make it without Him. I love my church. They're a strange church, Old River Baptist. I don't know if y'all have ever been or not.
Do you ask him things, or do you...
Yes, I pray all the time. All the time. And sometimes, He'll shower down a little blessing for me. And in your heart and soul, when He does. But yeah, I love the Lord. If I didn't serve Him, I'd rather be dead.
Sure.
If I didn't have Him, I just couldn't make it without Him.
So my mom, her whole life was Baptist, and she'd make us go to church all the time. And I mean, I didn't have a problem with it as a kid, I'd just go and just do whatever.
Yeah.
And then near my older years, before we moved from Florida, we kind of came up here, and I noticed the Pentecostal holiness way is what they believe in, which is snake handling.
I think here in Mark 16, he that believeth and is baptized shall be saved, but he that believeth not shall be damned. He plainly told us over here, if we will only believe and is baptized, we can be saved. But if we believe not what thus saith the word, what thus saith Jesus Christ told us, then we'll be damned. I truly believe if we don't believe this, what Jesus Christ has left for us to do, I believe we'll be lost. And these signs, with an S on the end, these signs shall follow them that believe. In my name shall they cast out devils. They shall speak with new tongues. And they shall take up serpents. And if they drink any deadly thing, said if they drink any deadly thing, arsenic, strychnine, whatever may be deadly. But he said if they drink any deadly thing, it shall not harm them. There's some copyrights here. They have never been announced in the state of Kentucky. They're not even in the books I know of the state of Kentucky. And I called them.
That's amazing.
I've called them before.
That's amazing. We'll have to get those pictures, yeah.
And one of them bit me.
Oh, man. How was that?
I had fed it. And put it in its cage, and had it in the cage. And the passion that I have for the room that we're in is I call this the snake room. It used to be the snake house, but I tore it down back a couple years ago and rebuilt this room here, and kind of shortened it down about half of what it normally was, but which I don't keep as many snakes now as I used to keep neither. I caught this me and my wife caught this copperhead right here at the over in a different county. You can come over here. Yeah. There you go right there. Me and my wife was surfing hunting and caught this copperhead right here. And this is a northern tiger stripe copperhead. It came from Kentucky right here in those mountains. It ain't nowhere pattern or nothing or color of a regular copperhead. And that's a tiger stripe copperhead, I call it. I supposed to have them down in Frankfurt. Department of Fish and Wildlife was supposed to came and took pictures of this copperhead and announced it to the state of Kentucky. But it is nowhere near the color of a normal copperhead. And it bit me last year. After I fed it and was good to it, and then it turned around and bites me. I'm a laid off coal miner. I worked underground and I also worked surface. I worked some in the log woods. I've done some mechanic work. I've done a lot of carpenter work. So I've done just about a little bit of everything in life that you could think of that was probably, you could turn it into a profession. But as of right now, I'm still laid off. I work on the side, doing just whatever, make ends meet.
Preferably, I would love to be back in the mines. Unfortunately, with my history with the mine rescue team, I was involved with the Upper Big Branch mine explosion, the 2010 explosion for Massey Energy. I was with the mine rescue team. We was up there for around 9 months doing rescue and recovery efforts and mapping and stuff like that. And during all that, I developed PTSD. There are certain smells in the mines now. Going back underground, they trigger my PTSD, and mentally, I can't do it no more. So
they talk about how much damage that coal industry done to the water tables and stuff, and what they don't realize is you've got gas wells out here all over these mountains, and they've been drilled through every water table we got, and they mix the good water with the bad water, and then you ain't got no drinking water. But yet they say we pollute the creeks and stuff. I can go up there, the whole head of my holler's been stripped all the way around, and it's been mined. I can go to my holler and catch fish out of the creek right now. I can go to their spoil ponds and catch fish. Water can't be too bad.
There was not a lot of sulfur in the creeks back then. Where they have strip mined and they've deep mined, it's kind of caused the water to have a lot more sulfur and iron in it than what it did when we was kids, which is still clean as far as drinking, but it's just got a different taste to it than what it did when I was growing up.
This is one of my favorite views right here.
Or what's something that people think they know about Kentucky that they get completely wrong?
The people. They judge us before knowing us.
That's why I say we are stereotyped, but we're not ignorant.
Yeah.
We do have a good vocabulary.
Everybody uses the term redneck, country, hick, There's educated people here. 75% of them, when they graduate from high school and college, they move off because there's no jobs here.
Yeah.
We're not the way we are because we choose to be. We're the way we are because we have nothing.
We've almost got a lost generation of kids right now. Around here, anyway, I don't know if it's that way where you're at.
We live in the world, but we are not of the world.
It's a different world. I don't live in the same world everybody else does.
But see, I think what plays out perfectly is that we never argue with each other. We never actually fist fought. We never done anything. Like, I don't think I've ever had real conflict with him, and definitely not him. Maybe I'll get a little aggravated with Ray. I'm not gonna lie, because Ray can do stupid stuff.
Get annoying. If he's fighting somebody, I'm fighting somebody.
Oh yeah.
If I'm fighting somebody, he's fighting somebody.
And if he's fighting somebody, we're all fighting somebody.
Yeah. Especially growing up without a lot of money, you learn to grow up and enjoy the small things, because that's what you're going to have.
that's the kind of people that we are around here. You know, it don't take a complex mind to sit and enjoy the small things. And it's the things that you don't spend no money on that you enjoy the most.
It's not that bad a place. It's people making it bad.
Yeah, that's I think what we found too.
Yeah, now this holler here, it breaks my heart when I go in now this holler because there's few places that don't look so good. You know, that ruins the view of the rest of the place. They had that on TV one time. It hurt a lot of us, you know, because it's not all like that. I think they just picked the worst they could find and just make Kentucky look bad.
Honestly, I like it around here. I wish people just leave the tail alone.
As a Christian, sometimes you'll be able to be blessed to have, you know, a really religious dream. You know, just something that you can't explain and you just really wish people could see. And, you know, it's up here and you wish that you could get it on that paper so other people could see it, but you just can't. My papa had lung cancer. He died from lung cancer. And the chemo and stuff before he died, you know, he looked real sickly. You know, he lost weight. He didn't really, you know, his skin wasn't the color that it was before. He was, you know, in church for a real long time. And he'd got out of church for a long while. You know, I didn't know if he had made it to heaven or not, you know, and I asked Lord, I said, you know, show me. I said, show me that he's made it. You know, if you do anything for me, I said, just show me that he's made it. And as I went to sleep that night after I prayed, the Lord showed me a dream.
Why do you like snakes?
I like snakes because, you know, people have a stereotype about them and they see them as terrifying and frightening and they won't even give them a chance to, like, understand them. Which really kind of gets on my nerves because these animals, you know, are fantastic creatures, but people just fail to realize that and they go misunderstood.